Good morning, gentlemen. This is Apostle-elect Joel Simpkins coming to you with your Men's Motivational Monday. This is session number 7, and we're coming from Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. You will always harvest what you plant. Those who live only to satisfy their own sinful nature will harvest decay and death from that sinful nature. But those who live to please the Spirit will harvest everlasting life from the Spirit. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. Therefore, whenever we have the opportunity, we should do good to everyone, especially those in the family of faith. Now, if we were to read that in King James, we would basically say, you reap what you sow. You know, if you're going to sow an apple seed, you're not going to get oranges. You're going to get an apple seed. If you sow a watermelon seed, you're not going to get oranges. You're going to get watermelon. And so understand that whatever seeds you sow in your lifetime, you are going to reap a harvest of those seeds. So we have to make sure that the seeds that we sow are good seed and not bad seed. Because one thing that you're not going to be able to pray for if you sow bad seed is crop failure. Oh, well, it's not going to come up. And see, here's the thing about sowing bad seed, okay? When you sow bad seed, these things come up when God decides it's time for them to come up. You don't get to decide when the seeds grow. You know, you don't get to say, well, God, let it come up in a week. Let it come up this year. Let it come up next year. You're not in control of how you reap, when you reap, or through whom. When it's reaping season, it's just reaping season. And understand that there will always be a reaping season, whether you sowed a good seed or a bad seed. So let us make sure, gentlemen, that we are sowing good seeds. Let us make sure that we are thinking before we make decisions. Let us make sure that we are seeking God before we do anything, because we want to reap a good harvest. We don't want to reap a bad harvest, because guess what? That bad harvest that you reap doesn't just have to do with you. This affects your wife. This affects your kids, your grandkids, and your great-great-grandkids, and a whole bunch of other people. Anybody in your sphere of influence. So again, let us make sure that we are sowing spiritual seed, that we're spending time in the Word of God, that we are praying, that we are fasting, that we are doing things to build ourselves up in our spirit walk. Because if we're building ourselves up in our spirit walk, it's not going to be so easy to do things in our flesh. Because it's already told you, you sow to your flesh, you're going to reap corruption. And it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for me. So let's make a decision that we're going to sow good spiritual seed and grow. And let's admonish one another to build each other up in our most holy faith. Well, that's all I have. This is Apostle-elect Joel Simpkins with your Men's Motivational Monday. Blessings and favor upon you all. I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.